The sun was setting over New York City when the alien ships appeared in the sky. At first, people thought it was a movie shoot or a fancy light show. But as the massive vessels hovered closer, casting long shadows over the skyscrapers, reality sank in. Humanity was no longer alone in the universe. News channels around the world interrupted their regular programs. Governments scrambled to respond. In the United Nations building, world leaders gathered in an emergency session, their faces pale with shock and worry. As the alien ships descended, a message beamed across every screen and speaker on the planet. The voice was oddly melodious, speaking in perfect English. People of Earth, we come in peace. We are the Galactic Empire, a union of thousands of worlds across the stars. We have watched your planet for centuries, and now we believe you are ready to join us. Please, do not be afraid. We mean you no harm. In the days that followed, the world was in chaos. Some people celebrated, while others hid in fear. But slowly, as the aliens made no aggressive moves, curiosity began to replace terror. The Galactic Empire's ambassador, a tall, blue-skinned being named Zorax, requested a meeting with Earth's leaders. In a grand ceremony broadcast worldwide, Zorax and his team of alien diplomats walked down the steps of their sleek spaceship. President Sarah Chen of the United States stepped forward to greet them. Her voice was steady, but her hands shook slightly as she extended them in welcome. On behalf of the people of Earth, we greet you in peace and friendship, she said. Zorax's large, silver eyes blinked slowly. His thin lips curved into what might have been a smile. We are honored to meet you, President Chen. We have much to discuss. As the aliens and human leaders talked, it became clear that the Galactic Empire saw Earth as a primitive but promising world. They spoke of amazing technologies, of cures for diseases, of ships that could travel faster than light. To them, humans were like children, ready to be guided into a larger, more wonderful universe. What the aliens didn't know was that deep beneath the streets of major cities, hidden in underground bunkers and secret mountain bases, Earth had secrets of its own. In one such facility, buried under the Rocky Mountains, General Maria Rodriguez watched the alien delegation on a large screen. Her weathered face was grim as she turned to the team of scientists and military personnel around her. They think we're helpless children, she said, her voice low and determined. Let's keep it that way. For now. Dr. Amit Patel, the lead scientist of Project Prometheus, nodded in agreement. Our tests on the new fleet are almost complete. The AI systems are beyond anything the aliens could imagine. And the weapons. He trailed off, a hint of pride in his voice. We've worked too hard and come too far to reveal our hand now, Rodriguez continued. Until we know their true intentions, we play along. Let them think we're naive and weak. As if on cue, a young lieutenant burst into the room. General, the aliens are requesting a tour of our primitive space facilities. Rodriguez allowed herself a small wry smile. Well then, let's give them a tour they'll never forget. Activate protocol smoke and mirrors. It's time to show them exactly what they expect to see. Across the globe, similar scenes played out. In hidden bases from Siberia to the Sahara, humanity's best and brightest continued their secret work. Ships that could outmaneuver anything in the Galactic Empire's fleet, weapons that could pierce the strongest alien shields, and AI systems that made the Empire's technology look like children's toys. Back in New York, Zorax and his team marveled at the quaint and charming technology of the International Space Station. They patted humans on the back, congratulating them on taking their first steps into space. Soon, Zorax said, his voice full of benevolent condescension, "You'll be traveling the stars with us. Imagine, in just a few of your Earth years, you could have ships almost as advanced as our scout vessels." President Chen nodded enthusiastically, her eyes wide with apparent wonder. But behind that mask of naive excitement, her mind was racing. How long could they keep up this charade? And what would happen when the Empire discovered the truth? As the sun set on humanity's first day as part of a larger galactic community, the real work was just beginning. In hidden labs and secret meetings, Earth's leaders prepared for every possibility. They would play the part of the eager, primitive species, but they would be ready. Ready to defend, ready to fight, and if necessary, ready to show the Galactic Empire that humanity was not to be underestimated. The game had begun, and Earth was playing to win. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, in a secret base known only as Atlantis, Dr. Samantha Lee stood before a massive holographic display. The image showed a sleek spaceship, unlike anything the world had ever seen. Its smooth, dark surface seemed to absorb light, making it nearly invisible against the backdrop of space. "Status report," Dr. Lee demanded, her eyes never leaving the display. A young engineer stepped forward, tablet in hand. "The Phoenix is ready, ma'am. All systems are go. The AI core is, well, it's beyond anything we ever dreamed of." Dr. Lee allowed herself a small smile. "And the weapons systems? Operational and terrifying." The engineer replied with a nervous chuckle. If the aliens knew what this ship could do, they'd run screaming back to their empire. As they spoke, dozens of technicians and scientists bustled around the vast underground hangar. The Phoenix wasn't alone. 5 other ships of varying designs floated in massive water tanks, each one a masterpiece of human ingenuity and determination. In a nearby control room, Admiral John Chen, no relation to the president, watched the activity with a mixture of pride and anxiety. He turned to his second-in-command, Commander Maria Vasquez. "How much longer can we keep this hidden from our guests?" he asked. Vasquez frowned. "It's getting harder every day, sir. The aliens are curious. They keep asking to see our primitive shipyards. So far, the decoy facilities have fooled them, but I'm not sure how long that will last." Admiral Chen nodded grimly. "We need more time. The fleet isn't ready, and we still don't know the Empire's true intentions." Just then, an alarm blared through the facility. Red lights flashed, and a computerized voice announced, "Alert! Unscheduled alien vessel approaching. Depth 1,000 meters and descending." How the hell did they find us? Chen roared, rushing to the main control panel. Dr. Lee's voice came through the speakers. "It's okay, Admiral. We've got this." Activating Project Mirage. Outside, as the alien scout ship descended through the dark waters, the ocean floor seemed to shimmer and change. Where once there was a vast, high-tech facility, now there appeared to be nothing but sand, rocks, and strange deep-sea creatures. Inside the alien vessel, 2 Galactic Empire scouts peered at their instruments in confusion. "I could have sworn I detected a massive energy signature here," one said, his tentacles waving in frustration. His partner shrugged, an oddly human gesture they'd picked up from their time on Earth. "These primitive oceans are full of strange life forms. Perhaps it was just a large school of bioluminescent fish." Reluctantly, the scout ship ascended, leaving Earth's secret intact. For now. Back in Atlantis, the tension slowly eased. Dr. Lee wiped sweat from her brow as she explained to Admiral Chen. "Project Mirage worked perfectly. Our holographic camouflage made the entire base look like nothing more than normal ocean floor." Chen breathed a sigh of relief. "Excellent work, Doctor. But this was too close. We need to accelerate our plans." Over the next few weeks, activity in Atlantis reached a fever pitch. Engineers worked around the clock, fine-tuning the ship's systems. The AI cores of each vessel, far more advanced than anything the Galactic Empire possessed, were put through rigorous tests and simulations. In one particularly tense moment, the AI of the Phoenix, nicknamed Athena, surprised its creators during a war game simulation. "Impossible," muttered Dr. Lee as she watched Athena effortlessly outmaneuver and neutralize a simulated fleet 10 times its size. "We never programmed it to do that." The lead AI specialist, Dr. Ravi Gupta, grinned from ear to ear. That's the beauty of it, Samantha. We didn't have to. Athena learned and adapted on its own. It's evolving. As impressive as the ships and AI were, the weapons systems were equally revolutionary. Particle beams that could slice through the strongest known alien alloys, shields that could withstand the heat of a sun, and most importantly, stealth technology that made the ships virtually undetectable. Admiral Chen stood before the assembled team, his face a mask of determination. "You've all done the impossible," he said, his voice filled with pride. "When we started this project, the idea of defending Earth against an advanced alien empire seemed like a fool's errand. But now," he paused, looking at each person in the room, "now we have a fighting chance, not just to defend ourselves, but to show the galaxy that humanity is a force to be reckoned with. Our time hiding in the shadows is coming to an end. Soon, very soon, we'll reveal ourselves to the stars." As if in response, the Phoenix's engines hummed to life, a low, powerful sound that seemed to vibrate through the very foundations of Atlantis. The hidden fleet was ready. Earth's secret weapon was primed. All that remained was to wait for the right moment to unveil their true strength to an unsuspecting galaxy. The countdown to revelation had begun. High above Earth, in the massive Galactic Empire flagship, Celestial Dominion, a secret meeting was taking place. Governor Xarlock, a tall, gray-skinned alien with 4 arms, paced back and forth in front of a group of high-ranking officials. "Gentlemen," Xarlock hissed, his red eyes gleaming with greed, "we have a unique opportunity before us. This primitive world, Earth, is ripe for the taking." One of the officials, a squat, tentacled creature named Blorb, gurgled in agreement. "Their resources are plentiful, and their defenses are laughable. But what of the Empire's policy of peaceful integration?" Xarlock waved one of his 4 hands dismissively. "Policies can be reinterpreted. We'll simply claim that Earth posed a threat. After all, who would believe these primitives over us?" As the corrupt officials plotted, they were unaware of a small, seemingly insignificant maintenance droid in the corner of the room. Its red eye blinked slowly, recording every word. Meanwhile, back on Earth, in a nondescript office building in London, MI6 agent James Harper received an encrypted transmission. His eyes widened as he decrypted the message from the droid spy. "Bloody hell," he muttered, reaching for his secure phone. "We need to inform the Council immediately." Within hours, the Earth Defense Council, a secret organization of world leaders and military officials, convened in an underground bunker beneath the Swiss Alps. President Sarah Chen's hologram flickered to life in the center of the room. "What's the emergency?" she asked, her face etched with concern. Admiral John Chen, again, no relation, stepped forward. "Madam President, our deep cover agent in the Galactic Empire has uncovered a plot. A group of corrupt officials, led by Governor Xarlock, plans to exploit Earth for its resources." Gasps and murmurs filled the room. General Maria Rodriguez slammed her fist on the table. "I knew we couldn't trust these aliens. We should reveal our fleet now and strike first." "Calm down, General," Admiral Chen said, raising his hand. "We need to be strategic about this. If we reveal our true strength too soon, we might provoke a full-scale war with the entire empire, not just these corrupt officials." Dr. Samantha Lee's hologram joined the discussion. "Admiral Chen is right. We need more information. What exactly are they planning? And how much support do they have within the empire?" As the council debated, Agent Harper's face appeared on a side screen. "Pardon the interruption," he said, his British accent crisp and clear. "We've just intercepted more communications. It seems Xarlock plans to stage an unprovoked attack by Earth on one of their ships. They'll use this as an excuse to defend themselves and take control of our planet." President Chen's hologram paced back and forth. "This is worse than we thought. We need to act, but carefully. We can't risk exposing our true capabilities unless absolutely necessary." Admiral Chen nodded. "I have an idea. What if we let them think their plan is working, but be ready to unveil our fleet at the perfect moment? We could catch them off guard and potentially expose their corruption to the rest of the empire. The room buzzed with discussion. Finally, President Chen raised her hand for silence. It's risky, but it might be our best option. Admiral Chen, work with Dr. Li to prepare the fleet. General Rodriguez, I want our conventional forces ready to play their part in this deception. And Agent Harper, keep feeding us information from our spy. As the meeting adjourned, tensions were high. Earth's leaders knew they were walking a dangerous line. One misstep could lead to war or subjugation. But if they played their cards right, they might just turn the tables on their would-be conquerors. Back on the Celestial Dominion, Governor Xarlock looked down at the blue and green planet below, a sinister smile on his face. Soon, he whispered, all of this will be ours. Little did he know, Earth was far from the easy target he imagined. As Xarlock plotted conquest, humanity's hidden fleet waited in the shadows, ready to shock the galaxy. The stage was set, the pieces were in motion, and the fate of Earth hung in the balance, poised between subjugation and a stunning revelation that would change the course of galactic history forever. The day had finally come. Governor Xarlock's massive warship, the Iron Fist, descended towards Earth, its weapons primed and ready. On the surface, world leaders put on a show of panic and confusion for the benefit of their alien allies. President Sarah Chen stood before a hastily assembled press conference, her face a mask of worry. We don't understand, she said, her voice trembling convincingly. Why has the Empire turned against us? As she spoke, Xarlock's face appeared on screens worldwide. His gray skin seemed to shimmer with anticipation. People of Earth, he announced, his voice dripping with false concern, we have detected dangerous weapons on your planet. For the safety of the galaxy, we must intervene. It was the moment Earth had been waiting for. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, in the secret base Atlantis, Admiral John Chen gave the order they had all been preparing for. Operation Phoenix, commence. Suddenly, the ocean began to churn. Massive doors opened on the seafloor, and 6 sleek, dark ships rose from the depths. They shot into the sky at incredible speed, their advanced propulsion systems leaving barely a ripple in the water. On board the lead ship, the Phoenix, Dr. Samantha Lee watched as the AI, Athena, effortlessly maneuvered the vessel. Show them what we can do, she whispered. In orbit, Xarlock's smug expression turned to shock as the Earth ships appeared on his sensors. Impossible, he roared. Where did they get such technology? The Phoenix and its sister ships formed a defensive line between Earth and the Iron Fist. Admiral Chen's voice boomed across all frequencies. This is Admiral John Chen of the Earth Defense Fleet. Governor Xarlock, power down your weapons and prepare to be boarded. Your corruption ends today. For a moment, there was stunned silence. Then, Xarlock's face contorted with rage. You dare challenge the might of the Galactic Empire. Destroy them. The Iron Fist fired its main cannon, a beam of energy that could shatter a moon. But as it approached the Earth fleet, it simply disappeared. The Phoenix's shields, far beyond anything the Empire had seen, absorbed the blast without a scratch. I think it's time we showed them what we can really do, Admiral Chen said with a grim smile. Athena, you have permission to engage. What happened next would be talked about in the galaxy for centuries to come. The Earth ships moved with impossible grace, their AI systems predicting and countering every move the Iron Fist made. Particle beams sliced through the Empire ship's shields like they were paper. In the Celestial Dominion, watching from a safe distance, the other Empire officials stared in disbelief. How? One of them whispered. How could they hide this from us? Back on Earth, cheers erupted as people watched their hidden fleet in action. The fear and tension of the past months dissolved into jubilation and pride. Inside the Iron Fist, chaos reigned. Xarlock frantically tried to regain control of his failing ship. This isn't possible, he screamed. They're savages, primitives. Admiral Chen's voice came through once more. "Governor Xarlock, this is your final warning. Surrender now, or we will be forced to destroy your ship." Seeing no other option, Xarlock slumped in defeat. We surrender," he growled. As Earth's ships surrounded the Iron Fist, preparing to board, Admiral Chen turned to Dr. Li. "We did it," he said softly. "But this is just the beginning." Dr. Li nodded, her eyes fixed on the stars beyond. "The galaxy thinks they know us now," she said, "but they haven't seen anything yet." On screens across Earth, President Chen addressed the world, her earlier fear replaced with quiet confidence. "My fellow citizens, today marks a new era for humanity. We are no longer alone in the universe, and we are no longer helpless. Today, we take our place among the stars." As the Earth fleet escorted the captured Iron Fist to a secure facility, the news spread across the galaxy at light speed. Humanity, the supposed primitives, had just defeated one of the Empire's strongest warships. The balance of power had shifted, and nothing would ever be the same again. The unveiling was complete, and Earth's secret was out. Now, the real challenge began. Navigating a galaxy that suddenly saw them not as primitive newcomers, but as a force to be reckoned with. The news of Earth's victory spread across the galaxy like wildfire. On thousands of worlds, aliens of all shapes and sizes gathered around view screens, watching in awe as the footage of Earth's advanced fleet taking down the Iron Fist played on repeat. In the grand halls of the Galactic Senate on the planet Centauri Prime, chaos erupted. Senators from 100 different species shouted and argued, their translator devices struggling to keep up with the cacophony of alien languages. "Order! Order!" boomed the voice of Grand Chancellor Zix, a towering crystalline being who sparkled under the Senate's lights. As the room quieted, Zix continued, "We must address the deception perpetrated by the humans of Earth." Ambassador Zorax, the blue-skinned alien who had first contacted Earth, stepped forward. His usual confidence was shaken. "Honored senators," he began, "I assure you, we had no idea of Earth's true capabilities. We were fooled, just as you were." From the other side of the chamber, a reptilian senator named Solar hissed, "And that's precisely what terrifies us. If they could hide this from the Empire, what else are they hiding? They could be planning to conquer us all." Murmurs of agreement rippled through the crowd. Fear and paranoia began to take hold. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the mood was decidedly different. People danced in the streets, celebrating their planet's newfound status as a galactic power. But in the underground command center of the Earth Defense Council, the atmosphere was tense. President Sarah Chen faced a wall of screens, each showing the face of a world leader. "The situation is delicate," she said. "We've revealed our strength, but now we need to assure the galaxy that we're not a threat." "Why should we care what they think?" General Rodriguez interjected. "We've proven we can defend ourselves. Let them be afraid." Admiral Chen shook his head. "Fear leads to aggression, General. We don't want the entire galaxy uniting against us out of paranoia." Dr. Samantha Lee spoke up, her hologram flickering slightly. "I have an idea. What if we offer to share some of our technology? Not the cutting-edge military tech, of course, but innovations that could benefit worlds across the galaxy." President Chen nodded slowly. "A peace offering, and a demonstration of our good intentions. I like it." As Earth's leaders debated their next move, other alien races saw opportunity in the chaos. The Arcturian Empire, longtime rivals of the Galactic Empire, sent a secret transmission to Earth. "Greetings, warriors of Earth," the message began. "We are impressed by your strength and cunning. Perhaps an alliance between our peoples would be mutually beneficial." Similar messages poured in from a dozen other factions, each seeking to gain an advantage in the shifting landscape of galactic politics. Back in the Galactic Senate, Ambassador Zorax received an urgent communication from Earth. With trembling hands, he activated a holographic projector in the center of the chamber. President Chen's image appeared, larger than life. The senators fell silent, a mix of fear and curiosity on their alien faces. Esteemed members of the galactic community, Chen began, her voice calm and measured. I come before you today to address the concerns raised by our recent actions. She paused, looking around the chamber. Yes, we hid our true capabilities. We did so out of caution, unsure of our place in this vast galaxy, but we never intended to deceive or threaten. Murmurs rippled through the crowd. Chen continued, as a gesture of goodwill, Earth is prepared to share advancements in medical technology, clean energy, and faster-than-light communication. We don't seek conquest or domination. We seek friendship and mutual progress. The Senate erupted in discussion. Some were skeptical, others intrigued. Grand Chancellor Zix raised a crystalline hand for silence. The humans have extended an olive branch. Zix's voice resonated. How we respond will shape the future of our galaxy. As the debate raged on, Earth waited with bated breath. The next few moments would determine whether they faced a future of interstellar cooperation or a galaxy united against them in fear. The diplomatic dance had begun, and every step could lead to triumph or disaster. 3 months had passed since Earth's dramatic revelation of its advanced technology. The galaxy was still adjusting to this new reality, and Earth found itself at the center of a complex web of interstellar politics. On the bustling trade world of Nexus Prime, human diplomats sat across from representatives of the Galactic Empire. The tension in the room was thick enough to cut with a knife. Ambassador Elena Rodriguez, Earth's chief negotiator, leaned forward. We understand your concerns, she said, her voice firm but friendly. That's why we're proposing this technology exchange program. We share some of our advancements. You share some of yours. Everyone benefits. High Counselor Vexlor, a tall, insectoid alien, clicked his mandibles thoughtfully. Your offer is intriguing. But how can we trust that you won't use our technology to further enhance your military capabilities? Before Rodriguez could answer, alarms blared throughout the building. A holographic screen flickered to life, showing a massive fleet of ships entering the system. The Zarkonian horde. Someone shouted. They're attacking. For years, the Zarkonians had been a distant threat, a race of warmongering pirates that preyed on the outer colonies. Now, emboldened by the apparent weakness of the Galactic Empire, they had launched a full-scale invasion. As panic spread through the room, Ambassador Rodriguez stood up. This is our chance to prove ourselves, she said, tapping her comm device. Admiral Chen, you're up. In orbit above Nexus Prime, Earth's fleet shimmered into view, their advanced cloaking technology deactivating. The Phoenix, gleaming and powerful, led the charge. Inside the Phoenix's bridge, Admiral John Chen surveyed the battlefield. Athena, he called out to the ship's AI. Analyze the enemy fleet and propose a strategy. Analysis complete. Athena's calm voice responded. Recommended strategy. Divide their forces using our superior maneuverability, then neutralize their command ships. Chen nodded. Make it so. What followed was a display of tactical brilliance that left both the Empire and the Zarkonians in awe. Earth's ships danced through space, their movements precise and unpredictable. Particle beams flashed, taking out key targets with surgical precision. On Nexus Prime's surface, the gathered diplomats watched the battle unfold on large view screens. High Counselor Vexlor's compound eyes widened in amazement. Incredible, he whispered. Ambassador Rodriguez allowed herself a small smile. This is what Earth can offer the galaxy. Not just technology, but protection. Partnership. As the last Zarkonian ships fled or surrendered, a cheer went up from the watching crowds. The Earth fleet had saved Nexus Prime, and quite possibly the entire sector. In the days that followed, the political landscape of the galaxy shifted dramatically. The Galactic Empire, humbled by Earth's intervention, agreed to the technology exchange program. Other races, impressed by humanity's prowess and integrity, sought alliances. But not everyone was pleased with this new balance of power. In the shadows, those who had profited from the old order began to plot. The Arcturian Empire, once eager for an alliance with Earth, now saw them as a threat to their own ambitions. On Earth, the Defense Council convened to discuss these new developments. President Sarah Chen addressed the group. "We've gained the trust of many, but also the fear of some. Our challenge now is to navigate this complex galactic landscape without losing ourselves in the process." Admiral Chen nodded in agreement. "We've proven our strength. Now we need to prove our wisdom." Dr. Samantha Lee spoke up. "I've been working on something that might help. A new form of faster-than-light communication that could bring the galaxy closer together. If we share this." As the Council discussed their next moves, a message arrived from an unexpected source. The Zarkonian Horde, impressed by Earth's honor in battle, requested a meeting. They spoke of ancient prophecies and a force that could unite the galaxy against a coming darkness. The room fell silent as the implications sank in. Earth had stepped onto the galactic stage as a major player, but the game was far from over. New allies, hidden enemies, and cosmic mysteries awaited. Humanity's greatest adventure was just beginning. 5 years had passed since Earth's dramatic entrance onto the galactic stage. The planet that was once considered a backwater world was now a shining beacon of innovation and hope across the stars. On a clear night, Sarah Chen, now serving as Earth's ambassador to the Galactic Council, stood on the observation deck of Harmony Station, a massive space habitat orbiting Jupiter. She watched as ships from 100 different worlds moved gracefully through space, their designs a mix of alien and human technology. "Quite a view, isn't it?" a voice said behind her. Sarah turned to see Admiral John Chen, his uniform now adorned with the insignia of the United Galactic Defense Force. Sarah nodded, smiling. "Sometimes I still can't believe how far we've come." Their conversation was interrupted by a soft chime. A holographic image of Dr. Samantha Lee appeared before them. "Sorry to interrupt," she said, her eyes sparkling with excitement, "but you're going to want to see this." Moments later, they stood in a high-tech laboratory. Dr. Lee gestured to a swirling vortex of energy contained within a force field. "We've done it," she said. "The first stable wormhole. With this, we can travel to any part of the galaxy in an instant." Admiral Chen whistled low. "This changes everything." And change it did. Over the next few months, Earth's wormhole technology revolutionized galactic travel and communication. Worlds that were once isolated by vast distances were now neighbors. Trade flourished, and cultural exchange reached unprecedented levels. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. The Arcturian Empire, feeling threatened by Earth's growing influence, began to build up its military forces. Rumors spread of a powerful ancient weapon hidden in the uncharted regions of space. In response, Earth didn't rely solely on its military might. Instead, they launched the Galactic Education Initiative. Universities across Earth opened their doors to students from every corner of the galaxy. The exchange of knowledge and ideas led to breakthroughs in science, medicine, and philosophy that benefited all sentient beings. On the desert world of Zarkon, once home to the feared pirate horde, human engineers worked alongside their former enemies to transform the harsh planet into a habitable oasis. The project became a symbol of redemption and cooperation. Back on Earth, in the sprawling metropolis of New Shanghai, aliens from 1,000 worlds walked the streets, sampling cuisine from across the galaxy and marveling at the blend of Earth's ancient cultures and futuristic technology. But humanity's greatest challenge was yet to come. Deep in the uncharted regions, an ancient evil stirred. The prophecies spoken of by the Zarkonians were coming true. A force that threatened not just the galaxy, but the very fabric of space-time itself, was awakening. In a secret chamber beneath the Galactic Council headquarters, representatives from every major power in the galaxy gathered. The tension in the room was palpable as reports of destroyed worlds and twisted space-time anomalies poured in. All eyes turned to the human delegation as Ambassador Sarah Chen stood up. 5 years ago, she began, her voice steady. We were newcomers to this galactic community. Today, we stand with you as friends, allies, and fellow guardians of our shared home. She paused, looking around the room. Earth has faced extinction before. We've overcome divisions, surpassed our limits, and emerged stronger. Now we face a threat greater than any we've known. But we do not face it alone. A murmur of agreement rippled through the chamber. Humans had proven themselves not just technologically advanced, but compassionate, creative, and resilient. The galaxy was beginning to see that humanity's greatest strength wasn't in its ships or weapons, but in its spirit. As the Council debated strategies and formed alliances, a sense of hope filled the room. Whatever darkness lay ahead, they would face it together, with humanity standing proudly alongside its galactic brothers and sisters. In the space above Earth, the Phoenix, now joined by ships from 100 alien worlds, prepared to embark on its greatest mission yet. As the fleet engaged its wormhole drives, Admiral Chen's voice echoed across the comms. For Earth, for the galaxy, for the future, let's make history. The adventure that began with a hidden fleet had become a saga that would echo across the stars for eons to come. Humanity's future was no longer bound to one small blue planet, but to the vast, wondrous expanse of the universe itself.